Hello everyone, welcome to video 13 of Building a Minecraft Computer series. It's Benny here, and this is probably going to be the single biggest construction video in the entire series. We have so much work to do. Now, first thing that's on your mind is probably you see all these things I set up. First off, you do not need to go ahead and build these. These will literally just come along as things go on. But the only thing that's really important is the spacing. Basically, you want to start at this red wire, go back 6, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, well, okay, 7. Actually, did I count that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, yeah, 7. 7 back from the red wire. You want to place a repeater, starting from 2 away from the expansion slot, and just going down. There's 18 of them. And you don't need to worry about all these fancy wire setups I have just yet. These are literally just placeholders for me so that I know where things are going to go. So, you don't need to worry about them. These are just indicators for me. You will build them eventually, but you don't need to go ahead and build them. Now, next thing, this and these two things, those are also indicators of where things that are going to go for me, so you don't need to worry about them. Oh yeah, there's one. I did go ahead and add these 2 inverters to these 2 wires. So I think that's the only thing that I've actually really done since the last video, other than obviously these things. And again, you don't need to worry about the wires just yet. But yeah, so let's go ahead and get started. So in this video, what we're going to do is we're going to take all of our command wires and organize them in an organized row of 18. And that way we can easily hook up program memory to it. That's the entire purpose of this video. And I'm just going to warn you straight up, this is probably the single longest and most annoying part of building computers. But before we do that, there's 2 more commands we need to install. 1, we don't always want to send the information that we're reading to the registers. So that means control wire. So just go like this, and there you go, control wire. Next, we don't always want to send our ALU output to, well, the registers, so control wire. If I can get it done anyways. So there we go. And now let's start underground. Now again, these wires I have here are really mostly for placeholders for me. I have this one short because I know that's where the reading command's going to go, so let's just go ahead and get started. There's no really good place to start, so actually, hang on. First, I need to get all the wires above ground. And now let's just go ahead and get started laying down wire. So this one's going to go into there. Actually, I could probably just take it around like this, and this is probably going to be a little bit better. So there we go. And this just staircases up to the very first one. Simple enough, really. So, there's first wire. And second wire, I'm going to do a lot of the same thing. Just break that torch. And go to reading digit number 1. And reading digit number 2 is going to come along this way. And, there's one more thing that we need to set up. So after this wire, I'll go ahead and do that then. First off, break that. This one goes up, and there we go. So those are all 3 parts of the reading command complete. And while we're at it, we're going to go ahead and label it. So this is, I believe this is the ultimate reading command. Yes, okay. So this is the reading command. And this one, I need to test this out because I'm not entirely sure about this. Pretty sure this was the first digit. No, it's the second digit. So see, good thing I checked. So this is the second digit, and I suggest you label this too. It's gonna make a world of difference later on. So this is read RAM select bit number 2. And this is read RAM select bit number 1. Okay. There is one more thing I need to do, and that is build a decoder. Now, this is just space. This is just literally just space straight up based on these wires. Go out 1, 2, 3, 4. So I guess you do need to build this. So I'm sorry. So you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Place block there, and this is just one off from the center. The center is going to be in the green block, and it's going to be built like that. So sorry for everyone who loves seeing me build the stuff on camera, but this was already built. So sorry. So now we're going to have to fill in the trenches, and that's not going to actually hurt anything. So don't worry about that. And there. Wire 1 and wire 2. And we're built. Same 2-bit decoder we built many times in video 11. Well, actually, you only built it twice, but oh well. So the reason we're building this is it's for the ROM. Oh yeah, I also did add this one repeater. In fact, I just haphazardly added repeaters just about everywhere. And these repeaters are not really necessary. I did add torches here and add repeaters behind them. That's just to indicate. That's just an indicator, and you don't need to do that just yet. I'll sort of show you later on why that's there. Okay, and that's the other thing I did. I sort of just added a whole bunch of repeaters everywhere, but we're gonna have to redo all of them. So yeah. In case you're wondering, the reason that we have all of this stuff set up like this is because, well, I already recorded this video, but then I realized I screwed up. So I had to destroy all the wiring and redo. So that's why there's a whole bunch of miscellaneous stuff just laying around that was seemingly already built. In fact, I don't think I actually had any of this pre-built. So, yeah, it was also a really long video. Because, I mean, I'm not too far into this video yet, but I know this is going to be a long video. Because this is the single most annoying part of building a Minecraft computer. But hey, on the bright side, if you can complete this, it's all looking up from here. In the very next video, we're going to have a fully working computer, so. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and hook the decoder segments up to, whoops, not having that there, but cook them up to a corresponding RAM. So this is number 2. I can just do it like that, I'm pretty sure, yeah. That seems to not cause problems. So, there we go, 2, 3, and okay, so I'm going to redo it like that, whoops. Like, that's okay. Like this, to not conflict with these. And these are going to go over to here. And in case you're wondering, that's why I have that repeater there. It was, again, put in the last video, and I just forgot to undo it. So, sorry. And I'm sorry. So, yeah, okay. Now, control wire like we've done before, many times. And there. By the way, in the end, a lot of this is probably just going to get fast-forwarded because this is just going to be an absolute insane amount of work to do on video. Although, those are really the only major things that we still have to build. So, a decoder for the ROM and the 2 extra commands. So, with that, let us continue with the writing command. So, these are right here, and they're just going to have to go around. And in fact, these are probably, after a couple more of these, I'm just going to go ahead and start fast forwarding, because this is, again, just absolutely insane amount of stuff to do on video. Okay, now I'm starting to know an issue. This is, so I'm good. Well, I didn't fast forward it just yet, because this is a good thing to know. If you know, I might notice that my writing command starts right. Actually, wait, no, my writing command starts here, and it would be more ideal for my writing command to go into this wire because I have my reading command going to this wire. So it'd be like a pattern: read command, read bit 1, read bit 2, write command, write bit 1, write bit 2, or or rather write bit 2, write bit 1, but you hopefully, hang on a second. Okay, sorry about that, and we're back. Alright, so let's just go ahead and add this wire. So that's just a useful tip. You want to keep the commands organized in a way that makes sense. And in hindsight, it's probably a bad idea to do the reading and writing commands all the way over here, because it's going to make everything else have to go a really long distance, but, oh well. Excuse me. So, it was bit 2 and bit 1 that went up on these two wires, so this should be bit 2 and this should be bit 1. So this is bit 2, bit 1, this is bit... Okay, this is bit 2, and that's bit 1. Good. So they basically don't need to be changed, that's good. So this is how you can, and if you want to do like this and just have wires going over other wires, there's nothing wrong with that. Alright, we are officially 1/3 done. Yeah, I know. It almost feels like you haven't even accomplished anything. So, this should be the writing command. Is that what I labeled it there? Oh, well, I did 2 lines. Alright. Write RAM select bit 2. Write RAM select bit 1. Okay. There we go. And yeah. Okay. Now, I set these up. I looked these up because I thought it would remind me which ones went to which. But, oh no, I remember which ones these went to. Okay. These went to exactly the ones they are closest to, so, like, don't add. Be careful not to add delays to your repeaters. But they went like this. So nothing spectacular there. Just go like this. And yeah. And this one went to this. And that is how I had it set up. So, whoop. There you go. Careful not to have any wires crossing either. That's another thing to watch out for. Okay, so that's what those 3 went to. These 3. So right now it's not been that bad, but we're gonna start getting to wires that are really, really long. Like, this one's gonna go to the general indicator, which I also haven't built yet. Okay, basically, this frame, which I hope you would know how to do, you want to add a block here, and towards there. This is our general indicator. We're going to basically be able to turn it off from programming. So it's like a little binary display that we'll always have. So yeah. Alright, we got these 3 now. What did these 3? Okay, these 3 went to the ROM. Okay. So this is where any fast forwarding is probably going to start happening. So, yeah. If you aren't hearing this, it's probably because of fast forwarding. Yeah, okay, I'm probably going to start fast forwarding around now. But, hey, if you're not, so here it is, in case we're not fast forwarding. Here I am. I have absolutely no idea what I'm going to talk about for the next couple of minutes while I'm just extending out buses. Because, I mean, I'm so intense right now. It's so intensely focusing on adding these wires to these buses. And yeah. Yeah, I have like no idea what I would talk about. I mean, hey, I'm building a computer and stuff. And yeah. Yay, what a exciting conversation this is, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, I don't see I don't see much of a conversation coming out of this. Well, actually, I can't even have a conversation with you anyways, because, like, you're on, like, some other place in the mysteries of the internet. And I'm just sort of this dude sitting in his room at 11 o'clock at night, on a Sunday when I should be going to bed because I got school. Alright, so we're back to where we left off. Here is some of the wiring over here in case you missed it in the fast forwarding, but hopefully you didn't, because, I mean, you can just, rewind, look over it again, or slow it down. All those happy things. So, actually, okay. You've got this command that we missed, that I missed, I should say. You might not have missed it, and you might have been screaming at me for the past, 10 minutes about for me not getting the command, but oh well. So I'm going to just go plug that in, and this is the last of our underground wirings. Okay, so we got 3, 4, 5 more. Okay, one's going here, 2 are going here, and 2 are going to the AOU. So I think I should do the ones going to the AOU first. And do I have a... I can't go over there because I can't... Actually, okay, what I'm going to do, move this over one, move these, and now the buses can go over. Alright. So, now I guess I just have to separate the subtractor bus from the non-adder bus, I guess you could call it. So, 4, just, could I? No, I can't. Okay, so I gotta have this thing go up about here, or it's going to cause a whole bunch of issues. So that's an important thing to catch. And, okay, that's connected to the adder bus, and I was going to fast forward this, but, oh well. There's no fast forwarding now. I've already got it mostly set up, so, yeah. So, hey, this wasn't as bad as I thought, even though it's still going to come out to be about half an hour long of me just doing this, adding wire after wire. Day in, day out. Probably just go ahead and add wires. I'm definitely going to fast forward adding repeaters, because you probably know how to do that. At least for the most part, anyways. Might pick up a trick or two if... But I mean, it's adding repeaters, there's not that many tricks to it. So, yeah. And you didn't catch this, but we're back to the phenomenon where it's impossible to come up with something to talk about when you're doing serial busing. And you should try it sometime. It's true. It is impossible to figure out something to talk about when you're doing serial busing. So I'd love to see if someone actually put that theory into practice, because I'm curious. It seems completely impossible to come up with something to talk about while you're doing serial busing. But anyways, okay, so that's our busing for that. Now we just have 3 more. 1 for the general indicator and 2 for the expansion slots. So here the question is, which is general indicator and which is expansion slot? Okay, first off, the buses for them are going to have to go like this. Yes, because they are going over. So, the one that's right here, how am I going to... Okay, I know how to do this. So, I'll figure out what they're explicitly doing a little bit later, but right now, I have a mission. And that mission is to solve this issue. And remember, when in doubt, spiral staircase. It can solve any busing problem you can possibly imagine. Any whatsoever. It's amazing. So that's one problem solved. Now the other two. So this one has to go over... Actually, I can make this even more compact and less disruptive. So, I'm going to do like this. And that may or may not give me a huge boost in efficiency. Although it's... Okay. I'm... I never thought doing basic serial bossing could be this intense. Okay. Oh my gosh, does that actually... Wow. That is amazing. That is truly amazing. So, that just leaves this one. And after that, I can decide what they go to. Alright, finally. That was quite an intense bout of trying to add busing to our wires. So these are going to be our final 3 wires. They're going to go into... 2 of them are going to go into expand. Crap, I just realized I forgot to do signs for all these. Okay. So this is send to register A. Send to register B and send to register A, so it's a bit backwards. That's okay, huh? So, okay, send AOU as in input A. I won't call them registers to try not to confuse whoever programs this. Send AOU as input B. And send RAM as AOU input. Okay, and this is send AOU output as AOU input. So I'm gonna break this here because this is all. Actually, this is all dealing with like AOU output stuff. So I'm trying to divide them into logical segments. So this segment's dealing with ROM. I know that. So send ROM1, I guess. Okay, on. This is... I have not actually tested this to find out what digits it is, so... I'm pretty sure that's going to be digit 2, because that's the way I've built all my registers. I know I could look at the torches and find out really quick, but... Oh. I forgot, I don't have repeaters, so... Okay, yeah, that is digit 2. So let's break all those unnecessary torches. And yeah. Okay, so now what do we do? Okay, so now this is slightly out of order, but oh well. Okay, so this is ROM. Hang on, how did I name it in the other one? Right RAM select bit 2. Okay, so this would be read select bit 2. Read ROM select bit 1 and read ROM. Okay, there we go. Okay, we've made some progress. 2 more. Okay, these are AOU functions, so this should be AOU subtract and AOU add. AOU subtract and AOU add. And this also unfortunately means that my sign system no longer fits, but I think it won't be too much of an issue if I do it like this. So what do I want which one do I want to be the general indicator? Okay, I'm going to make the end one the general indicator. So this is general indicator state. Basically, the general indicator is just going to end up mirroring this wire, whatever person times to put in. So this is send to expansion slot 1. Actually, into expansion slot 1. There we go. Send to expansions slot 2. And yeah, there we go. Okay, now we just need to hook them up. Won't be too much of an issue though, so this is number 1. And it's sort of closer to this one, so I'll sort of bridge up like this. See how close that got me? Looks like that's gonna work just how it is, as is, so yep, okay. Wires all the way across. This is going to be sent to expansion slot 2. So, whoops. There we go. I know, this has been not a very exciting video. And guess what? We're only halfway done because we still have to do those dang repeaters. And there actually is something important there, so hopefully you won't just decide to skip it and actually catch what it is. So I will do that first, so you can skip it if you want. So you can, not can't, excuse me. I'm getting slightly disoriented. So now, we have finally connected every single command in our computer to this one simple wiring. Well, not necessarily simple, but this one wiring system. So now, let's do general indicator first. We want general indicator to mirror this. Since it is a torch, it does need to be, oh, what's it called? It needs to be inverted. So input needs to be inverted. So now there you go. Now the general indicator is going to mirror whatever input we put in. So if I can knock it off from here, it mirrors it perfectly. That's great. That's one down. And I don't think I have the rest to go, so let's just start fast forwarding. Fast forward time.